So the bubble is bubbling. Maybe that's because the heat is on. That's what usually happens. Things bubble in the bubble. Okay, that was kind of corny, but anywho, maybe I could hit you with this. The Butler served 40 buckets, grabbed 11 rocks, and assisted 13 men in serving La La Land that L. How does that sound? I can do a lot better anyway. But anyway, or maybe we could do this. Let's put another A at the end of AD so we can call him another disappearing act, because that's what he is. He's another Houdini. Keeps disappearing in the fourth. I've been saying this for way too long. I mean, this was a great opportunity for this man to demand the ball and say, give me that rock. Let me show you what I'm made of. But no. Instead, he asked Rondo. I'm sure that's what he did. I mean, Rondo and Bron, they tried in the fourth. We saw that they tried. But the heat was just too much in the bubble. It was just too much in the bubble. I mean, this man, I bet he was like, yo, I'm in foul trouble. But hey, you caught your fourth foul early in the third quarter, and you were still aggressive in the third. Things got really tight in the fourth. You just disappeared. So you can't tell me you in foul trouble. You disappeared in the fourth. That's it. No, nah. You disappeared in the fourth. But anyway, this is not about LA. This is about the Heat. I'm gonna talk about the Heat, right? So let's talk about the Heat, because I know everybody keeps saying, you know, they built different. Yeah, I know they built different from what you'll think. That's AD. Different. He disappears. Yo, don't know him. Let me get back to the Heat. All right, so let me get back to the Heat. Let's forget about that. So the Heat, I felt like they rebounded a lot better this time, grabbed a lot of boards. They were still out-rebounded by 6 boards. Offensively, they allowed LA to grab 11 boards. That's not so great, but they covered the difference in the turnovers. They only turned the ball over 12 times. LA turned over the ball 19 times, so that it kind of covered the difference in the boards and all that, I would say. And in addition to that, they shot slightly better. You could see that, you know, they started catching the rhythm. Like I was saying, they were rushing the shot. I've been saying that they were rushing their shots, especially, you know, we're talking about, what's his name? Duncan Robinson. He's really rushing that shot. Even Tyler. They were just not going down like, you know, like usual. Let's say like usual. In the finals, they've been struggling a little bit. So it was a lot better this time. It was a lot better. And what else? I guess all the starters were in the plus and the plus minus column, which is pretty good. But anyway, let's forget the analytics. Let's go into the eye thing, right? So in the eye thing, I love what they did covering the three. The Heat did a pretty good job forcing LA to pass overhead, and that gave him enough time for the help defender to kind of like come and double team Davis every time they try to do that. So when Davis catches the ball, when he turns around, there's a double team right there. It forced him to turn the ball over or commit a foul, which was just, it threw him off his game. He was just frustrated. This is what I'm talking about. He got frustrated really early. And what was the other thing that they did really well? They dictated the whole game, forcing LA to play Howard limited amount of minutes, and we never got to see JaVale McGee. I mean, they played pretty good. Not the best, but they played pretty good. You got to give a lot of props to Jimmy Buckets. Yes, going back to that, he killed it, man. 40 points. He killed it. This is a guy that came into the league. Okay, well, let's not get into that with the number 1 draft pick, the what. It doesn't really matter. They were like, yo, you dropped a triple-double, a 40-point triple-double. He was like, it doesn't matter. It's all about the win. This is what I'm talking about. That's the Heat. Not about stats and all that. Ain't nothing to do with stats. It's all about the win. Ultimately, it's all about the win. And I love that about Miami. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I love the way they played. I love what Jimmy's doing out there. Mad props to Jimmy. Jimmy was just killing them, man. Jimmy was doing everything out there. Enough for Jimmy. Let's go to this other story. Right. Oh, you're in trouble. That's what Bron told Jimmy early on in the first quarter. But then at the end, Jimmy was like, oh, LA's in trouble. Nah, bruh. You're in trouble. So what you think is going to happen in game number 4? Because I am thinking, right, I said this before, that it's usually home court. I mean, the home team got to win their home games. I know they're in the bubble right now, but it's still the same thing. You know, the first 2 games were pretty much LA's home games, and they won those 2 games. Now it's really up to Miami to win game number 4. So I still feel like the pressure's on Miami. So yeah, I feel like even if LA loses, it's no biggie. It's no biggie. That's the truth. It's no biggie. It only gets tricky after game number 4. Or if Miami loses game number 4, then it gets a little tricky. But right now, I feel like Miami, they're going to do what they need to do, because I think they got it. I think they got the formula now. So it's going to get really interesting right now. Oh, somebody's in trouble. What you think? Hey, make sure you hit the like button right there, right? It kind of helps me out a little bit. So I know it's not a lot of people watching my videos, but I would like for more people to watch my videos. So help me out a little bit. Hit that like button so the YouTube algorithm and all that blah, 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 blah gets to work a little bit, so my video goes around and people get to check it. And do subscribe, please, and tell a friend, share it. All right. Thanks for watching my video. Appreciate it.